There we go, we are live.
What the buck is up, every pony?
Hello.
Hello.
So, last time where we left it, a date had been set for the trials for Thunderclap to take on his greatest challenge yet, facing a devil within the arena to become a Hell Knight initiate fully. and everyone putting together preparations to get that going. Though his sister did threaten Burnt should the worst happen in the arena.
Please don't remind me about that.
um,
I'm already feeling enough guilt right now as it is.
I mean, he did went to the arena willingly, so kind of his fault.
well, he said he agreed to it as Burnt felt he was ready, so he's doing it.
I gave him the option.
Yeah.
I gave him the choice.
So, you do have, obviously, the night before to put any last minute preparations in. Should anybody wish to do anything right this moment. If not, then, well, the next major thing will be what's happening tomorrow.
I think there was supposed to be a meeting with High Priest Midnight Vision. We did at least need to make him informed of what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Hell Knights don't technically have any association with the temple normally, so you don't have to inform him of anything, unless you want him to cast the ritual / summon the devil in question.
Milk Thistle can certainly take care of that, but just Milk Thistle has a vested interest in the Hell Knights, and so anything he's doing, he should keep the High Priest informed of.
No, that's fine. Then simply going along to the midnight mass thing and informing him there would be perfectly fine to do.
I'm still getting a black screen. I've refreshed multiple times. I've signed in multiple times. I've switched over to Chrome, and it's still giving me the black screen.
I honestly don't know what's wrong. I've not updated anything.
Yeah, I think it's just you're taking slow on loading this map. I would say if just kind of leave it when you're at that black screen again, and hopefully you'll come in.
Yeah, when I move us over to the next map, hopefully that will kick you going, because it should be a lot less intense. We shall see.
I'll leave it alone for now, but I don't have any way of interacting with the game.
I was gonna say press F12 when before you load, and then you'll have the little bar to know you're doing shit.
Wow.
Okay, I brought up the elements and the
Well, at
console.
the moment, I don't believe you need to roll anything major, anyway. But hopefully once we move... Oh, sorry.
I'll just open up the... Sorry, I'll just open up the stream for now.
Yeah. Once we move on to the next map, like I said, it should be less intense, and that might be easier. Alright. So... obviously, Milk Thistle wants to have a word with Midnight... Midnight Vision? I'm forgetting names now.
Yeah, it's Midnight Vision.
Yeah. Midnight Vision. So, other than that, is there anything anybody else wishes to do majorly other than Burnt having a minor meltdown?
Bird is gonna go and get that protection from evil potion, and sorry, I'm trying to find some
Yeah,
magic ammunition.
protection from evil is something you would be able to easily get either from absolutely everything, or even the one of the good deity temples. So there is plenty of places to get things like that.
Right. Let's see. So apparently, +1 bullets cost the same as regular weapon ammo. That's what I'm reading on Reddit.
Yeah, it will cost you +1 bullet will be 2,000 gold pieces. Yeah, I believe he already has a +1 gun, so you don't need to give him any +1s.
All right.
You could
Okay.
you could buy a magical effect on the weaponry, so it would still cost the same if it's a +1 effect. That would be 2,000. If you want to get him a +2, I believe that is 8,000.
Let's see. So I have
Oh,
two.
I found you can buy a holy weapon balm. You know, BALM,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
which
balm, yeah. I believe you can only
yeah,
put that on melee weapons, but I could be wrong.
each dose can do 1 weapon or 10 pieces of ammo.
Oh, there you go.
All right. Yeah. Well. How much? Those are like what? 500.
That's 30 gold.
Wow. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You probably only
So
need one
10.
dose because it's probably not going to get through 10 bits of ammo, I reckon.
Yeah.
Alright,
So,
well, while you're looking at that, and finding that in the compendium and stuff, I will look to Milk Thistle then, as you will go and speak to High Priest Midnight Vision when he's when the evening vigil has happened and you have a moment to speak to him.
Milk Thistle will approach him and give a bow. Alpha.
And how goes things, Milk Thistle?
There have been some happenings that your attention needs to be brought to.
I
We
have
have
heard a few inklings happening.
we were misled in regards to the location of one of the Doomsayers. The demon Apep has followers within the city who are acting as opportunists to bring about the destruction of the remnants of Queen Iliana's kingdom.
Yes, I
I
have
have
been informed of this. The Inquisitors have not yielded any additional information. It appears the guest enjoys torture, which is an odd one.
we did approach members of the council. Alexandrite went to Duchess Lilypad, and we proposed the filling out of the remaining 2 council seats so that a unified leader of Villagertown could be elected. The council already has candidates that they are interviewing. Lord Crystalheart has been speaking with Lord Skystriker. Lord Skystriker believes that a commoner should be placed on the council, but so far he has not been choosing good candidates. Lord Crystalheart has said that all of who have come forward have very selfish desires in mind and are looking to raise themselves for their own selfish means. He's attempting to also find viable candidates that would fit the requirements for Lord Skystriker's support, while also angling for his own future.
Yes, he has spoken to me about such matters, as he came seeking guidance on the matter.
It does seem that the council has things well underway. As far as them making a decision, it's unknown at this point.
Well, did he
However,
come?
can,
Oh, sorry.
however, the council does seek to travel to Clovenhaim as soon as possible and start rejoining the cities.
Yes, I'm sure I believe they plan to undergo any sort of vote before anyone sets out on such a endeavour. But it is a three-way vote at the moment, I believe, given the council seats. and Crystal Heart is doing well by gaining himself a loyal ally. And within his extra influence, he might even be able to push his additional allegiance if he plays his cards right. But we will see what transpires.
Out of character, there's something on my mind I was just about to bring up, but I lost it. I'll come back to it if it comes up. Back into character. Oh, I remember now. Okay. We had proposed that a representative of the temple be given an official seat on the council. Both Lord Crystalheart and Duchess Lilypad have voiced objections to this. They do not believe that the temple should have the political or legal authority to act out the laws that are in place.
Well, they are politicians, and often religion plays its part, but it is not often seen that such a political position of power is often filled by those of divine intent, as often what happens politically is very much different to what will happen spiritually.
With respect, Alpha, given that our enemies are very spiritual and we have the training and the ability to fight them directly, I believe it would be prudent for us to have that political and martial authority to enact our will.
But this is true, but those do not require somebody from the temple to be in such a position. It just requires those in charge to demand such a thing. But they are the ones who will be able to take such steps. We will see should the moment come, if that decision is made. Do not push matters too greatly if they push back. Listen to them, and look for seeds to plant your ideas, and let them bloom slowly. If you become too forceful, you might end up overwatering your seed.
I have taken on the role of counselor to Lord Crystalheart, and I do believe you are correct, High Priest. I do not think it is our place to be directly involved in the way the kingdom is formed, but we should guide it in the way it's formed.
Oh yes, and that is the position we can place ourselves in, as counsellors to the councilwoman. That way, when they need advice, they will come and speak, and we can whisper our words of wisdom to them, and they will take them hopefully to heart, and then help push what needs to be done in ways that we wish, or maybe in ways that may help others, depending on what the nature of what needs to be done. But for now, they have a decision to make. You can always suggest someone of religious stature as obviously Crystal Heart's choice, but it is his decision at the end of the day who he wishes to take. I believe he has a few candidates within the noble sector that should lend him his support, and that's what he would require greatly. Somebody from the temple wouldn't necessarily be an ally. They would be at best a neutral party, given that they will act in the interest of the gods, not necessarily what would be important for power. And at the moment, that is what Crystal Heart requires the most, is power rather than religious support. And
Then
we
what?
do have a voice there. I believe, well, I know that, I want to, was it Endless Story? Yeah, Endless Story does have a, sim, a symbolic seat on the council. Perhaps if you feel strongly, and if he gets the numbers on his side, we can always whisper that perhaps that should be made less symbolic.
Duchess Lilypad has recommended General Solar Gallop to be placed on the council. I've not had a
Interesting.
chance. I've not had a chance to speak to her directly, but I have mentioned to Alexandrite that I believe the general is better suited to commanding on the battlefield rather than filling the role of a politician.
I would have thought the same. An interesting development, but I'm sure she has her reasons.
Has a representative of the Nightmare had any success in whispering in her ears to bend her to our will?
What, the Duchess?
Yes.
She is, she is very much strong in her beliefs that lean heavily towards some of Blaze's tendencies. It would be fairly difficult to bring her to an alternative way of thinking. If she was of that of the Moon Princess, it may have been easier, but trying to bring somebody from the light into the dark can prove a little bit more difficult.
I have attempted to plant seeds, as you've said, to bring her to our way of thinking, but thus far she has been diametrically opposed to anything I have suggested, apart from the unification of the kingdom, of course.
Well then, it shows that whatever seeds you planted, she obviously does not believe in them, but still listens to your words at least. If she obviously feels strongly enough about something, then she will listen. That is at least something to take away. So maybe eventually she might listen to a more one of those suggestions to help move her towards the dark.
Given that a new enemy is here within Village of Town, these Apep worshippers, do we have warriors who are capable of hunting them down and bringing them to heel that we can call in?
They are
Remember.
already in the works, attempting to find them and bring them to justice. It will be a matter of time. But
The city,
carry on.
thank you, sir. The city guard, while being trained through the soldiers of St. Moon's Reach, they do not have the divine power to fight these powerful creatures more directly.
What? The Doomsayers?
The Doomsayers, and if the demons and the devils start making themselves more prevalent within the city to bring a more direct attack, I do not believe they are equipped. However, the Chaos Knights, under Burned, they are growing in power. And in fact, Byrne intends to have his second in command go through the trials in the morning.
Well, hopefully they grow stronger in number as word spreads of their deeds. But you are correct. The troops do not have the equipment to deal with such things, but they at least have the numbers to help. where more specialists like the Chaos Knights, they will be able to lead them or direct those that may not have the skills, but put them where they need to be.
You were present for Burns' trials. They will be taking place at dawn. Do you wish to be present for this one?
Do you require my assistance in preparing such a thing?
No, Alpha, it is not required.
If you wish to have the ritual take place within the temple, then we offer you the space.
Burns intends to have the ritual take place in the near the Unification Hall ruins where his trials took place.
That seems sensible. Having a site which is used continuously can bring about tradition and strengthen such groups. I can attend if he wishes me to be there.
I believe it would benefit the Chaos Knights to have your presence there for this ritual.
Then I will come and observe.
Thank you, Alpha. Once this is done, we have discussed amongst ourselves that if necessary for us to grow in our divine power, we have a lead in regards to the Sun Queen's trials that may aid in us. We'll be traveling north towards the, out of character, I forget the name of the mountain, but we will be traveling north in pursuit of that.
Well then, I wish you luck within your travels, if you have a destination.
Before we do travel, Alpha, do you require anything of me?
You have already done much, and I believe it might be time to watch your garden grow for a short while before you know which weeds to start pulling.
And with that, Milk Thistle will bow low and he'll say, then I will send word of the success or failure of Thunderclap in these trials.
If he is strong, he will succeed. If he is weak, then there is nothing lost.
And he'll keep his bow until he's dismissed.
Alright. I mean, he will then return to speaking to those who also require his audience.
Milk Thistle will, let's see, this would be after the ceremony, so it's in the early morning hours. He would go and rest in the cloistered quarters.
That is fun.
And in a couple of hours, he'll wake up and start prepping his spells.
Awesome. Alright. Is there anything else from anybody before I move us to where the ritual will be taking place?
I think I was studying for the mountain trip, basically.
Yes. You can make a knowledge geography check.
All right. I believe I actually have ranks in that.
Paladin with knowledge geography?
Yeah. I was looking for a feat that required it, so. Oh yeah, that should have been blind, I guess.
Sorry.
I will re-roll that and make it blind.
Yes, you shall. It didn't happen.
Did I re-roll that?
It is blind, yes. They've
Okay.
changed it how it works. If you roll it blind, you now don't see it, which is
Okay.
a bit annoying.
That is very disorienting because it's like, did it work?
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, the mountain that you're looking at stands roughly. The estimates put it somewhere between 28,000 feet to 29,000 feet.
Okay.
It is in a rather dangerous region of the mountains, and there are numerous threats in the area, which makes transit up there just as more difficult. There are a few individuals who have gone there over the years. The only known group to return was Princess Luminance and her group, but none of them spoke of what they witnessed there.
All right. I will write all this stuff down and present it to the party when the morning comes, probably.
So, aside from the protection from evil potion, Bird got a pack of holy weapon bomb. I was looking through the magic items and I really couldn't find anything that would help. I mean, if there's something I'm missing, then it is what it is.
It's too late now.
Yeah.
All right. Come morning, as it was planned, all of you will meet up and travel down to the spot where Burnt previously did his ritual.
Alright, that was.
Now, I did try to find the original map, but it's gone walkies, so I grabbed myself a new map.
It's alright.
All right.
It took me about 20 minutes, but I did finally load into the map.
Well, let's see if it takes you 20 minutes for the next one.
I certainly hope not.
Alright, activating now.
Oh, I just learned something really cool about plane shift. That spell I used to escape from Nightshine all those months ago. I can actually do that to another creature.
Yeah.
I believe they do
They
get
gotta
a
make
will save.
They have to make a will save that I can basically say, no, you get to leave.
Do you get to choose the plane that they go?
No.
So long as I have an item attuned to the plane that I'm shifting them to, yes. So if I want to send them to the plane of terminal DMV waiting lines, I can send them there.
Have we already rested?
Yeah, it would be the next day, so if you're injured and stuff, you would be able to heal up.
Yeah.
So I would say we need to get there at least an hour before sunrise, so we got to be a bunch of early risers. If I can recommend to Burned out of character, have them stand in formation, because there's nothing better than, getting up at 4 a.m., doing your PT, and then getting dressed and in uniform, and then standing in formation for an hour and a half just for the battalion commander to show up. It's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. Out of character, my god, I am just okay. I need to think positive thoughts right now.
Alright, so you all march up in formation to the Chaos Knights march up in formation, the rest of you can do what you like. But you move your way through the streets that are eerily quiet and silent in this early morning, making your way to the spot where Burnt underwent his own ritual. Finding the location once again, you set about any final preparations that need to be done before the ritual begins.
Alright, so first off, before it begins, he's going to. Okay. I just need to tell myself this is gonna be okay. He's the musket master. Gunslingers are OP in this. He's gonna walk right up here, and he's gonna just take his the banner out of its holder, and he's just gonna slam it into the ground to where it's like firmly like stuck in there. And so all the Chaos Knights are with us, right?
Yeah, I'm just not going to place down lots of tokens.
Alright, no worries. Yeah, we'll wait until...
20 Chaos Knights, it's with us?
Yeah, well, initiates, none of them have passed the ceremony yet.
Yeah.
That was a joke. You don't even...
Right. So officially, Burned Requiem is the only Chaos Knight in the land right now. What the ceremony is going to do is it's going to put Thunderclap to the test, show his ability to defeat a powerful devil, and through a test of conquest, once he defeats the devil, then he will be officially raised to the rank of Chaos Knight.
Yeah. He's going to walk up to Thunderclap, and he'll take out the protection from evil and the magical bomb, and he's gonna hand them to him and say, here, these will help you out in combat that is to come. The potion is to protect you from the devil, and the bomb is going to help your shots get through their tough abilities. Please make every shot count.
He has a look at the bomb. But I'm just going to read how, if he can play it now, and then it will just stay.
Yeah,
Or
it
if
looks
he...
like it lasts a minute.
Okay, so how long does it take him to apply to some ammo? To damage to undead or evil outsiders, creature affected by bomb. Coated with a bomb.
Standard action.
Standard action. Okay. The bomb remains in effect until you make a successful attack with the weapon or until 1 minute has passed, whichever is sooner. Each dose is 10. All right. Well, he will. He will take. He will take both of those at least, and will thank you for your gifts.
Yeah, he's gonna motion to the banner as well. That banner is also something that I wish to let you use for this, as it will help out and aid you. You are a very competent marksman. I've seen you fight, and I have to say, I look up to you. You saved my sorry hide on a couple of occasions, and without you and your capabilities, I don't think we would have gotten this far.
He gives you a smile and goes, "Thanks, Bernd. That means a lot."
Bird just
sorry,
gives a
sir.
smile. Yeah, Bird gives a soft smile. It's all right. And yeah, he smiles back as he's doing it. Like he's keeping this all like at the back of his mind, so it's not like showing. But there's like if there was able to be like a cartoon black screen for a brief moment, it's like in a smaller white bubble would show like a suppressed chibi of him like freaking out and worried. But
The Imp Sakura.
Yeah, he's gonna give a nod and turn to the other initiates. I had an entire character. I had an entire speech that I was gonna write out, but drama happened, and it didn't happen.
Ooh. I guess you'll have to improvise an epic speech then. Let's hear it.
Yep.
God. Oh God.
I believe in you. I know you can do this.
But the real question is, do you know if I believe in myself? Because you
That's
believe
not
in
the
me, I
point.
should believe in myself.
Don't believe in yourself. Believe in me that believes in you.
Okay. 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 One moment while I compose myself. Initiates, what you are about to see is going to be a trial that you all will undertake someday. It is the true test to becoming a Chaos Knight. Once the initiation is, once the trial is taking place, you will have only yourselves and whatever you have on you, and any magical aid that was given to you before it was initiated, with you in the ring. If any outsiders or anyone outside not taking the trial is to interfere, then you all will be captured and taken to the dungeons for further notice, until further notice, and until further punishment can be determined. What Initiate Thunderclap here is going up against is something I had to when I went through this. There is a great evil coming towards our land, coming to take our home, to destroy everything, not just what we're trying to face down before. Those of you who are knowledgeable in the ways of religion should know a thing or two about the demon Apep, and how he only tends to destroy in order to bring about change. This is something that the Chaos Knights were born to combat. Chaotic forces that wish to harm us and our citizens, those we love, and those that we wish to protect. This trial is to put you all to the metal. It's to make sure that you all have the mental fortitude, the physical qualities, and the will to see these goals through. The Chaos Knights, well, we don't really know much about the prior leader. All we know is that he existed, that he was the leader for a time, and that he vanished. I intend to make sure that we can protect our home, our kin, our people. I hope, and he sort of blinks a bit as he looks to Thunderclap for a moment before returning his attention to the others. I have faith in Thunderclap here to successfully complete this trial. If you all have anything you wish to give him to aid him in the coming battle, then do so now. And he is going to turn to Thunderclap and give a respectful bow.
With the other initiates, all they can really do is mostly offering words of encouragement and obviously other words of support for what he's about to undergo. Wishful Pen will come up and go and sort of speak quietly to him and go, I do have a few things that should... I mean, I've read up on this and these should be okay. And she will cast 3 spells on him. First one being this. Oh, I don't... that one. Then second one being this one. And then third one, is it this one? Yes, that will last long enough. Third one being this one.
Okay, I need to use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
So she will offer those as buffs. If anyone else wishes to go up and offer Thunderclap any additional aid, this is now the opportune moment.
Yeah, I would, but there's nothing I can really offer him.
That's
Sadly.
fine.
My only buff lasts a minute, so if the thing takes 10 minutes to summon the demon, then yeah.
No, it takes the whole summoning process kind of takes up an hour, so it has to. Anything you give him has to be able to last that hour of the, because it involves speeches, words, and all sorts of symbolic stuff. All right, I think that is what everybody's doing. So, Milk Thistle,
Yes.
you can begin the ritual.
All right, then Milk Thistle will approach where Burn put down the hammer, and he's going to use that as the central point.
Right there, because I have a circle.
Milk Thistle will approach the hammer, and then he'll count out 50 paces, and he'll begin communing in Infernal, and he's basically calling upon the devil that will be approached for this ritual, saying the words that will secure the contract in place. And there's plenty of words spoken that are a warning to anyone who might attempt to intervene, that would break the pact and destroy the one who is taking part in the ritual.
I'm back.
But then he will begin tracing out the arena.
I think I have to make it a little bit bigger.
While he is holding the badge necessary for the casting of the spell. And as he does so, there is an aura about him that is taking place. Purple flames are beginning to form within the circle as he traces it out. And there is a very dark, evil sensed presence that is beginning to overtake the entire area. So those sensitive to it, such as Alexandra, you would definitely start getting the hairs on the back of your neck raised up, especially as he walks right in front of you. And then when he reaches his starting point right here, Milk Thistle will raise his hooves up into the air, and he'll command Thunderclap to enter the center of the ring.
And he will walk to the centre. About there-ish.
And then once he is set, Milk Thistle will pause for dramatic effect, and he will say, "Let it be done."
Alright, so I believe the creature will appear in front of you, where obviously you make your negotiations in a sense, or I think that was the whole arena, what the whole talking was about. Can I share? No, I don't think there's a button I can easily just... Actually, I think I can put the image of this into the chat box and then share that. So you guys can see what it looks like.
That looks like some Pop and Nurgle bullshit right there.
Oh, maybe I can't. Oh no, there we go. Did I just do that privately? I think I might have done. No, make private.
That kind of looks like Krampus.
I've seen enough anime to know where this is going.
Yes. Can you see the image in the chat?
Yeah.
Yes. If
Yeah.
you click on it, you get a full res version.
Yes. If you want it bigger.
Because that's what we wanted. We want it bigger.
Oh yeah, we totally want the hellspawn from my nightmares to be big.
Anyone with knowledge planes can make me a check and know stuff about this creature.
All right, let me
As
see.
well.
Is
As
it
why?
a religion check?
Knowledge planes.
Yeah, I don't have that.
All I know is it's smiteable.
I'm afraid, Midthistle, you do not know anything. And the
Oh,
same
I
for
know.
Burnt, you do not know anything.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. It's a demon and it needs to be slain.
Mm-hmm.
Wishful.
Well, devil, but
Demon, devil, same diff.
Wishful will, because she can. Also doesn't know anything about this one. Okay. Hopefully that's got all the bad rolls out of the way.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right. Obviously the agreement is fairly simple between obviously the devil and obviously the combatant. Obviously, only one of them can win. If should obviously Thunder fall, the devil will take his soul as payment, and obviously, if the devil loses, he is returned back to his plane of being.
Sounds like a fair trade.
Um, that is basically the gist of it. Anyone who interferes with it, generally, the traditions call that the person who interfered is generally put to death, and the combatant in the circle. That is the original traditions, but obviously this is a new one. So
Yeah.
Bernd can choose what traditions he it puts in place.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I'm just like, it's gonna take me a while to figure out how to handle that.
But should the battle be forfeited for whatever reason, say interference, the devil would still want a soul as payment, because he was not defeated.
And there's no way out of this contract because the spell has been cast.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, initiate thunderclap. Are you ready?
He will.
It's too late for that.
Yeah. Basically, there will be like a sound of like a gong that will indicate combat will begin. Basically, so.
All right.
I need to get. Do I have? I have some sound effects, but I don't think I have a gong. Oh.
Oh wow, that is a huge area effect.
That was my bad. I don't know how to get off.
Go to the measuring controls underneath the token controls in the upper left. Select it and then hover over the center and press delete on your keyboard. That should get rid of it.
Yeah, I can remove that once I find the button. There it is. Boop. There we go. All right.
There we are.
So let me begin combat, basically, when I find the buttons. So he needs to be added
Heaven or
in.
hell.
He needs to be added in, and I press the begin combat button. Now, first of all, I need to just double check to make sure his initiative was okay. Does he get anything additional for being a gunslinger? It only says that. Nimble, grit. No, I think I'm thinking of something else on a different thing, so that's fine. Alright, let's roll that initiative. Roll. He's got a good number. Oh, and the demon, and it did not do so well.
Alright, that puts my mind a little bit at ease.
That's fine. It's a fictional character.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if they live or die.
Do we have some epic theme music to go with this?
I do. It should have kicked in, but I will double check that. I'm just trying to.
I was gonna say after this, he'll need his own battle theme now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Evie, yeah, that's true about them being a fictional character, but you still get attached.
Combat music. Is this the one I want? Or was it? I think this is the soundtrack I want. Oh, hold on. They've got a lot of playing down here. Okay, let's just stop. Right, let's try that again. Play. There you go. I think it's kicked in.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Okay, so his first action is he is going to take the gel that he was given, and he's going to apply that to 10 shots of his ammo. And then he will... Does he have anything he can do with a move action that will be suitable? Sadly, not. Actually, unless he can do something as a deed as a move action. Nope, nope, nope. Quickly deeds. There we go. Standard. I can't do that. Utility shots. No. Deadeye. It's a 4-round. No, there's not too much he can do else, but he prepares his attacks for next turn, so that would be his turn. So no shots fired yet. This thing's turn. What will it do? It's going to apply something to itself. We'll use this. Let's do... Alright, so it casts a spell. Unless anybody wishes to know what the spell was, then it will remain hidden.
I have no spellcraft whatsoever.
Me
I
neither.
do. Let me see if I can recognize it.
You do not. There's obviously a few whispers in the crowd, and people going, "What did it cast?" Wishful Pen will quickly have a nosy. Really? She doesn't have spellcraft?
Don't clerics get that?
The most magic character out of the party, and she doesn't even know spellcraft.
Spellcraft is a class skill, but it's intelligence based, so it's not always available.
Okay, hang on. Am I looking at the right sheet? I think I might have put the 7 ranks in the wrong place, because apparently she has 7 ranks in stealth, and she definitely can't not the stealthy sort.
Yeah, that sounds like miss.
Yeah, so I'm putting that into.
Maybe she's a cleric of trickery.
Yeah. She must have. Yeah, I looked at stealth and like, that doesn't look right. Oh, actually, is that the new character sheet? To make sure, let me just quickly make sure, because some of those didn't look right. Yeah. I'm using her old character sheet, so that'd be why. Okay, let's roll this, and she will. She will whisper to the rest of you guys that it just casted Magic Fang Greater.
Good to go.
And then it will move. far can it move to there? As it closes in. Then, let me just check to see if I can add that as a buff, which will make my life easier. Magic Fang Greater, excellent, there it is. Get on that sheet. Buffs. Enable that, excellent. I don't have to do math. At which point, he's going to 5 foot step here. And actually, how close is he? 45 feet away. Actually, would he 5 foot step actually? Would that be the best option? What is the first range increment of his gun? It's 40 feet. He kind of wants to hit touch. So I think he will move closer. So he will move to here to get within. Actually, no. Point blank range is the better option. So he's moving up to here for a point blank shot with his double barrel musket. He is going to use Vital Strike in this shot. Now, did I do Vital Strike correctly? No, apparently I haven't added to his rolls. That's fine, I can do that afterwards. Alright, so does he have Deadly Aim? Deadly Aim he does have. Point Blank Shot he does have. And yes, okay, so single attack, and we're adding the extra damage afterwards. Alright, so he does. So it is holy damage as he applied those effects to his bullets. How much extra damage does it add, if somebody can let me know?
An extra 2d4, I believe.
Yeah.
Alright.
2d4 or 2d6?
It's not as effective as the normal stuff, so it is 2d4.
Okay.
Alright.
But it makes it count as good, and I believe...
Oh, it also does an additional 1d for an additional round.
Do they have to make a saving throw to stop that?
Yeah, reflex save of 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just drop the link in for...
Alright. He also uses Vital Strike, so he will do an extra, only 3 damage. Alright, let me add that to the bad guy here. So, minus 15, minus an additional 8 damage. The shot seems pretty effective as it shoots out and hits the demon, not demon, sorry, devil.
It's alright, I got confused myself.
Alrighty. Now, I forgot to do next turn for. So I will do this quickly to keep track of rounds. You did it, so we do that. Then it's his. Aye. The devil lets out a horrid noise as the attacks hit it, which I believe it does. The attack should do something additional when they hit him, if it was the right monster. There it is. Which you'll see some. Here we go. Alright, as you guys see the shot hit his body, obviously blowing a few small holes into him, you see its blood splatter across the ground. Where its blood lands, the ground hisses and rises up as any of the grass or anything that is touched by it begins to melt slightly. With that, it will let out a cry as it charges right at him with one of its claws ready to strike him. Alright, let's see. Single claw. Ooh, let's see what he gets. 29. I'm pretty certain that's going to hit him. I don't. Yep. It strikes him hard, scratching into him as it causes 15 points of damage. Apply damage. Both of them are looking injured. Actually, I want to. Let's, no, you guys, oh yeah, always for owner, cool. So you guys don't see his health bar. Alright, so, that would be its turn. Thunderclaps now. Alright, he will take a 5-foot step back. He would have used a swift action to reload the gun last round, I forgot to mention. This time now, he's going to bring all his firepower to bear as he takes a sort of a quick jump back on his hoofs, planting all 4 of his feet firmly on the ground, making sure his gun is lined up, ready for its shot, as he lets out a surprising number of shots in quick succession, shooting off. I want to make sure I've got the right amount. Shooting. What's his BAB? It should be 3 shots. Yeah. Sending off 3 shots in quick succession into the creature. Now let's make sure. So he will use point blank, deadly aim, and rapid shot.
Also, don't forget that DC 10 save.
Oh yes. That's reflex, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, reflex. Let's see if it passes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure as long as it doesn't roll a 1, it's going to pass.
Yeah, it would very much be one of those sort of things. Alright.
Well, they can always still roll a 1, so.
This is true. Alright, we will add. He will be using 3 bullets which are coated in that holy ammo. So let's see if this lands for him. Oh, okay. So he does get a jam on it, but he still fires. His gun does gain the broken condition, but only goes bad if he gets another roll of a 1, 2, or 3.
He should also have some grit to do the clip.
Yeah, he actually has to spend action to do that, so he just did a full round. Alright, so okay. First one will do an extra 4 points of damage. Let's select him. And the second one, which will also hit, does an additional 5 points of damage. Right. But he did a good amount of damage on that one.
Would have been better without that nat 1.
Yeah.
It would have been. Oh yeah, did it? Yes, it put all the negatives in. Alright, so first apply the 23, apply the damage. Ooh. Apply the damage.
Ooh.
And then the extra damage from the holy damage.
Yeah.
With those rapid fired shots into him, more blood is sprayed out of the back of the creature, as more acid is scattered across the battlefield. You can see the hiss and the glowing, melting grass as it lifts up, as the smell of burning foliage starts to fill the air. With that, the creature gives a loud shriek, and I'm pretty sure it speaks. Okay, well, it will say its words to Thunderclap as it speaks to him telepathically, so only he hears them as it comes in, potentially trying to come in for the kill. As it makes its claw attacks, and it will power attack this time.
Oh shit.
And
Oh, shit.
will full attack. Ooh, they look like they might be a hit.
God damn.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 hits, which means its special ability kicks off, and it causes rending damage.
Oh shit.
Plus, ooh, this is not looking good. So let's apply that, and then apply that.
Steel, I have a question.
Yes.
Can I make a medicine check to see who's the most injured?
Not from that distance,
Like
I'm
who's-
afraid.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't enter the ring. Not right now.
Yeah. Out of character, you can hover over everyone's names and kind of see
Yeah.
the different levels.
Shit.
One's in the orange, one's in the red.
Oh dear. Yeah, that's it's gonna be a close call.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, I just hope that he's able to get those last few shots in.
All right. That's severely, definitely looking heavily wounded. You can see red. The grass around the floor is covered in obviously his blood, as it drips to the ground. Thunderclap steps back, breathing heavily, leaning to one side, and now has to make some difficult decisions on what to do. Quick clear is a ooh. As long as it must have at least one grip point. Alternatively, the gunslinger can spend 1 grip point instead. Clear as a move equivalent. Alright, so he's going to spend his grip point so he can quick clear his gun as a move action. So let's spend that.
Oh, also don't forget the D10 or the D10 save.
Oh yeah,
Right.
that creature does get 2 D10 saves. That's a good point. Let's do the first one
Oh, almost.
and second one. No.
Okay.
He spends his swift action loading a single holy round into his gun, as that is all he can do. And with his final standard action, he lines up his shot. Point blank. He's not going to risk dead.
This moment.
Yeah, he's not going to risk deadly aim to give himself more chance to hit, as the creature is looking heavily hurt. but he will use Vital Strike.
Also, down the music just came up to a tense moment.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh.
We apply the holy damage. So that's 2d4, and the Vital Strike, which would 1d12.
Nice.
Ooh, nice. I think he won.
Wait! Don't jinx it. We gotta see.
Yeah, true.
I mean, this thing might have some crazy die-hard abilities.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that would suck.
Yeah. With that shot, he blasts it and does 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 16. So, minus 16. Alright, so that puts it at negative that number. With that, he fires his shot out. A single shot, hitting the creature square in the chest, as blowing more acid across the battlefield, with a unpleasant gurgling sound as its sort of acidy blood boils out of it. It collapses to the ground and will phase back to its plane of existence.
Milk Thistle, without saying a word, will look over to Burn Requiem, and the iron badge that he used as the material component for the ritual, he will give that over to Burn.
Bird is he's gonna accept it. Milk Thistle can just, as he hands it to Bird, he can tell by the way Bird accepts it, there's relief. Like, he can just catch a brief glimpse of his eyes and he allows Milk to see this, at least for now. But there was worry, like, in the deepest parts of his mind. And he focuses and makes his way over to Thunderclap.
As you make your way over, Wishful Pen quickly goes, can we heal him now? Is it okay?
Yes, he's gonna nod.
She will sort of come over and join you, and as she goes over, casts one of her healing spells and touches Thunderclap, who I will indicate was at 3 HP.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he,
Also, we probably got the same reaction.
yeah, Bird is gonna wait until the healing is all done. And Thunderclap, as he's being healed, he sees that there was a more primal worry for him. He isn't shaking, but he obviously is body language wise saying, "Not now. Don't say anything now." And he's gonna hand over the medal and go, "Initiate Thunderclap. You have completed your ritual successfully. You've overcome the trials set out before you. Congratulations, you're now a member of the Chaos Knights. Here, this is until you get your, until we can get your armor, set up." And he's gonna, give him the badge.
As he's receiving frantic healing and slightly bleeding still, as people apply
All the healing.
all the healing, yes. So he gets an extra 28 from Wishful, and then I will gain. Hopefully, this will heal him, not injure him. Cool, it did. And gain 16 from Alex, as he goes from sort of being very sort of wobbly on his hooves to sort of being more sturdy once again, as some life returns back into him. And he's able to sort of look at you with a bit more focus and gives you a smile as he accepts the was it like a medallion type thing, or is it
It's
just
an iron. It's an iron badge with the symbol of the Chaos Knights engraved into it.
as he accepts the iron badge from you? At which point you feel somebody's wing sort of gently clipping the top of your head, burnt as a Pegasi comes landing in just to the other side. And as his sister lands in and gives him a bit of a sharp kick and goes, "Now don't do anything that stupid again." As she then gives him a hug.
Bird is gonna look to Thunderclap and say, "Oh no, oh no, what is this? Devil May Cry?"
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just listening to the music and like, this is very intense for this Saltburn moment. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, forgot to stop the
No,
music.
it's all right.
All of a sudden, I'm like that was like 20 feet tall.
yeah, I was just thinking like,
Oh, God.
this boss, like,
I'm back, bitches.
Yeah. Bird is gonna give him a relieved smile, and he's gonna say, "We have a lot of work to do. You're gonna be here in Villa Town for a while, mostly to oversee the other initiates. When it comes time for their trials, I'll put them through it." He looks to Alexandrite and then to Wishful Pain. He says, "You know, I think this does call for a celebration. What about you guys?"
I can agree to that.
I guess any fight you walk away from is definitely one to be celebrated.
We should probably. Where would you guys suggest? We could always go to Opal's Tavern later on in the evening, all of us and the other initiates, and just have a blast drinking and resting up.
I think that is a good idea.
He looks to Thunderclap and smiles a bit. "Hey, you did really good out there. Not gonna lie, for a moment I was worried, but this isn't the time or the place for these kinds of things. We'll talk later on in the evening."
He gives a little bit of a nervous laugh back and goes, "Yeah, I was a little bit worried there at the end."
But you pulled through, and you're still with us, so that's a good thing. That's a great thing. He's gonna head back over to where he slammed his banner into the ground and just pull it up and put it back in its holder. And then he's gonna approach where the other initiates are at, and he's gonna tell them, "Initiate Thunderclap has advanced to becoming a full-fledged Chaos Knight. Later on in the evening, we're gonna be having a party over at Opal's Tavern to celebrate. You're all welcome to join in if you wish."
With that, they give a cheer, and they will then obviously proceed to head over to obviously go and congratulate Thunder on his success and triumph over the devil.
Yeah, Bird, as he heads over to Milk Thistle, he's hiding it pretty well from everyone else, but Milk Thistle can see that one of his legs is shaking.
Milk Thistle will. Or go ahead.
he just simply says, "Well," and he trails off because he's trying to collect his thoughts.
Milk Thistle gives a slight smile, and he'll tilt his head and say, "Your Nisha did what was expected of him. Why so nervous?"
I was worried for him there at the end. My faith was well placed, but at the same time, I was also inwardly panicking. What is it that the nightmare says in her holy gospels to fear her and not others?
When you fear the nightmare, you needn't fear anything else.
He sort of exhaled audibly. Well, I guess watching this was one of my own little trials or tests. I guess I still have a lot of developing to do.
Thunderclap earned his triumph. He faced the challenge head on and he overcame it, as was expected.
He nods and he sort of blinks for a moment. Milk Thistle. The other night at the picnic with Katerina, I remembered something. One of the families that Swift Victory had left me with, I stuck around with them for about a year, and I was hoping that you could get in contact with them, because I know that I'm off doing my own thing with Swift Victory. I haven't had a chance to give them to send them a letter or anything ever since I joined up with you lot. Would you be able to perform a sending for me later on?
Unfortunately, with sending, I have to have known the individual personally.
Fair enough. Alright. No harm, no foul. I suppose I'll have to wait until we get around to the city that they live in to speak with them again. Oh, sisters and brother are gonna be annoyed at how long it's been.
Do we intend to stay the day here in Villagetown to celebrate Thunderclap's victory, or shall we head out?
Yes, we're gonna stick around for the party tonight, but after the party we could leave.
Very well. I will make sure Swift Gadget is informed that we intend to leave. Hopefully we can get her sobered up by morning.
Indeed.
That does remind me. Alexandrite will give the notes that he's been collecting from his research. This is what I've gathered for the mountain climb.
That is a very tall peak. I didn't realize it was so high.
I mean,
are we gonna be able to traverse it easily though?
well,
Probably not.
it is the tallest peak in all of Everglow.
Well, no better place to start looking than there, I suppose.
Well, I suppose if it was easy to get to, it wouldn't be that much of a challenge.
He gives Wishful Pin a soft smile and a nod. Yeah, that is true. After all, what is a journey without a challenge, right?
Vern, did you ever locate and reach out to the champion of Galloping Down?
The Antian, he sort of like, he asks as he tries to remember.
Yes.
Yeah, the Antune is here, sort of, basically, with, like, the troops sort of helping with, like, training and stuff like that. They were a paladin, I think I recall.
I believe they're a paladin, yeah. It's been so long.
Yeah.
I don't recall if they were a paladin, I just know they were, like, ridiculously honorable, almost to a fault.
Yeah, I can't remember if they were a paladin. I think I made him a fighter in the end, but they were very honourable to, as you said,
Yeah.
to a fault.
So I'm not going to wear armor because that would give me too much of an advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, it whatever floats his boat, I guess.
I mean, he did beat us, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does everyone have the equipment they need for the trip?
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna stop by absolutely everything and purchase a couple things, but yeah, for the most part, I should be ready.
Wishful goes, we're definitely going to need some pretty good climbing equipment if we want to go that high. That's very, very high. I, we might have trouble breathing? I don't know. I haven't ever researched that high of an altitude.
Well, perhaps that's what we should do tonight, and we will see our good friend at absolutely everything in the morning.
Well,
Sounds good to me.
it is the first thing in the morning, so you guys have the whole day to do any research or find any information out, or buy stuff, and then obviously you will be able to set out in the morning. So if there's anything you want to find out, today is literally your day.
Alright, so yeah. To the library.
Wishful Pin will clap her hooves together and go, excellent, this way!
Bird will go with them. He kind of needs the the library to help him relax a bit more.
Alright. At the library, what do people want to look up? Or what they're trying to find out?
I guess the general what you need for mountain climbing and stuff.
I feel that's going to be knowledge dungeoneering. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of that will fit. Or knowledge nature. That would also work.
Yeah, I have neither, so
Yeah, the only one that I have is geology right now.
Wishful has... Oh, she has nature. Does she have... dungeoneering? Okay, so I'm going to go with knowledge nature is her best. You guys can assist as you're in the Luminance Library, so you can, even though you have no ranks in it. So
Alright, alright.
you can make a knowledge nature check. If you get above a 10, you add a +2 to her.
alright, this
Is this
is
blind?
No, this will be public, because you'll know if you help or not.
yeah. Bernd is gonna try to assist. He's not much of a thinker.
But definitely is able to give some help. Clearly, climbing mountains isn't Alexandrite's beacon's strong point. You've obviously been in the plains for far too long.
I wear heavy armor. I don't do heights.
Alright, so she will add that bonus. Gets a bonus of in the library plus burnt, so she is technically at this level.
I'm over 600 pounds. I don't do height.
I mean, to be fair, Bernd hasn't really climbed any mountain ranges, so like, aside from the trails through.
She's not planning to go anywhere too exciting today, so using one of her surge abilities, it seems sensible. Where's her surge? There's her surge. Well, apparently haven't rested her today, but that's fine. And she'll add an additional 2 to whatever she rolled. So you guys are... Just refresh my mind what you're trying to work out again.
What sort of climbing equipment we'll need that will be good enough to make it up that kind of peak.
Mountain climbing for dummies, kind of thing.
Yes, because we're totally using the for dummies equivalent.
Alright, I think there is.
How to be a Chaos Knight for dummies. 1. Don't fail the initiation. Seriously, don't.
Fail it, you die. Literally.
Yep. Yeah, I thought as much. So the best sort of equipment you can get generally for this sort of thing is a climber's kit. Or you might also want to look at a climbing pick as well, as that helps in regards to climbing up. Does it give the same? No, I think they both give circumstance bonuses. Yeah, they both give circumstance bonuses. So you're better off with a climbing kit. But each of you would need your own kit to be able to make use of it. Pegasi will not be able to fly it anymore after 10,000 feet. I don't think you've actually got any Pegasi, do you?
No.
No, so don't worry about that then. But Pegasi will basically can't fly anymore after 10,000 feet. That is if the winds aren't too strong anyway, that can cause them to get blown away. Creatures that are small will possibly start suffering risk of being blown away. You also want cold weather gear, as the higher you go, the colder it gets. But given that you went to the equivalent of like the Arctic Circle and then some, you should be okay on that side of things.
Mm-hmm.
But the biggest thing you have to be careful of when climbing is altitude sickness.
Yeah.
Altitude sickness is quite dangerous when I find the information on altitude sickness, and I can tell you how dangerous it is.
It's pretty darn dangerous.
Yeah, here we go. So, with altitude, no, that's just the effects of high altitude.
I guess the question would be, would endure elements fight against the effects of altitude sickness?
It would not. It would only help against the effects of the cold. It won't help against the altitude sickness or the high altitude.
Are there rules that let us spend time at high altitude to adapt to it?
Yeah, you can. You can basically do high altitude training, but that normally takes months to complete, to actually be acclimatized to that sort of thing. Well, at least a number of weeks, because obviously the months are different in this obviously setting, so it'll be actually a number of weeks rather than months before you become acclimatized. But anyone who has lived significantly in a high peak for most of their life would be acclimatized to it. But that only sort of lessens the impacts of altitude to a degree. The sort of very high altitude you guys are going to, even if you were acclimatized to it, it probably wouldn't help you. But the altitude sickness is down to long-term oxygen, basically lack of oxygen, and if you suffer it for too long, it starts affecting your mind and body, and you can basically just slowly wither away just from it affecting you. And obviously the longer it goes on, the weaker and the more foggy your mind gets until you obviously collapse.
Would spells like air bubble give us oxygen to where we're not sick from it? The spell's designed to be used specifically for underwater, but if we could create a oxygenated air bubble around our heads at high altitudes, I would think that's kind of like an oxygen tank when you do the high
Bubble
altitude.
creates a small pocket of breathable air that surrounds the toucher's head head or touches object. Air bubble allows a creature. Air bubble would work, except it only lasts 1 minute per level.
That's not good enough.
Yes. You would need to look into something which could last you a number of days, as travelling up the mountain is likely to take you quite some time. An experienced climber probably could make it up, especially at the higher height, maybe about 1,000 feet or so, between 1,000 to 3,000 feet in a day. That's an experienced climber.
Yeah, I've never climbed higher than 12,000 feet on a mountain before, so I don't have a real-world equivalent to compare to this. We're basically climbing Mount Everest.
Yes. You are.
The ship's only going to be able to take us so high. We don't know how high yet. We can ask Swift Gadget that.
Yeah. Wishful goes, yeah, so, it's not gonna be easy. But also there's other things like avalanches, rock slides, and things that might live up there as well that are obviously also dangerous. Not just the not being able to breathe part.
Did I get my ring of climbing to someone?
Was it maybe Night Shine?
Maybe, yeah. I just remember I took one from the temple like a long time ago, where we the Queen's tomb.
Oh, I wasn't there for that.
Yeah. And now I'm just like looking for it, and I was like, I don't have it anymore.
Let me check Nightshine. Because it was that long ago, check your sheet on Roll20, because it might not have translated over.
Yeah, could I have a link to that again?
Sure, let me just finish looking at Nightshine sheet to see if it's on there. No, he hasn't got it there. 1 second. This should... Where'd I find you? There you are. Let's message you it. There's the link to the game.
Sorry, I'm just, you know, somewhat concerned because, you know, paladin with big heavy armor.
Yes. You're...
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Oh, are you? Did you
Yeah.
leave the game?
I did.
Oh.
Because, you know, we haven't been here for like 2 years now.
Fair enough. Well, I suppose you have hundreds of games, so I suppose it makes sense for you to leave. There you go. There's the join link.
Thank you.
Oh, also, Ben. Are you there?
Bern had to step away for a moment.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I think you have it, so only you might need to reset my thingy there.
Oh, there's always one.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Actually, it'll probably just be easier if you look for the item, and that way you just tell me if it's there.
Yeah, I know. I already come to this conclusion. There's your sheet. I think. Yeah.
Alexandra, since we're going to be seeking out a plane of your goddess. Do you know if we can expect any angelic beings there or other defenders?
I suppose I didn't pick that up from my research.
You did not, as the only person who has visited there was Princess Luminance and her friends, and none of them spoke of their encounter up there.
Sadly, I do not know. So far, only one party has ever went up there and came back alive, and that is Princess Luminance.
I believe it would be a reasonable expectation.
So whatever we'll see up there will be a surprise.
Yeah, you definitely got it on that sheet.
Right.
And I even looked on lightning, and I didn't spot it.
Alright, I assume it'll just be something that didn't get transferred over.
Yeah.
So I'll grab that quickly.
Given that you have remembered it, I am happy for you to grab one.
I'm back. My apologies.
That's fine. And there's no clear sign that it's on any other NPC that I can tell.
Okay.
And I'm not aware of you selling it. Also,
Yeah.
Burnt, Thunderclap can also level up now, and he can take a rank in one of the Hell Knight classes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to
Yeah.
choose now, but if you let me know what class you think he will be best suited for, I will put his ranks in there for that.
Oh, the order. Yeah. One moment. Let me.
But like I said, don't think about it now. You can let me know
Yeah.
in the week.
Yeah.
So the research would take you a good most of the day, going through all the books and stuff like that. You also would know kind of the altitude points. Obviously, the point when it becomes kind of sort of like mid-ground, when it starts to get in slightly difficult, can range from 5,000 feet up to 15,000 feet. And after 15,000 feet, that is when you're going to start suffering the most in regards to altitude sickness. So you guys will have to survive at least from 15,000 feet up to like 28,000 feet.
Well.
So
Succeed on those fort saves, everyone.
yes.
Alright, so I know Bird was looking into house they found, so like in order to deal with that I would have to go speak with Duchess Lilypad, right?
No.
No?
You need to go to the town hall and fill out paperwork.
Oh. Okay.
You've already been given the invitation. You just have to go and do the boring paperwork stuff.
Oh yay, it's almost like standing in line at the DMV all over again.
Yeah.
Huzzah.
But the downside is you've been helping research for most of the day, so you're not really going to
Yeah.
have the time to sit and go through the paperwork.
Yeah.
But it's fine. You have an idea where you wanted to go, so
Yeah.
there's no rush. There's no sudden influx of ponies into Villager Town at the moment, anyway. So there's still plenty of housing that is laying empty.
Yeah.
Do we know if this mountain we're going to is within Griffin territory? Because if so, they might see us as trespassers.
That is disputed. The Griffins claim it is within their territory, given that their territory obviously used to stretch far into Ponyland, but obviously their territory technically has retreated over the time as ponies expanded out, and they can't really maintain control over like their vast sides of mountain regions. So The ponies see it as theirs. Some diehard griffins may see it as theirs. The chances of you guys having a kerfuffle with griffins is low, given the more remote region it is in, and the dangerousness of the mountains in that area. So it's not near the current border. Yeah, the current border sort of passes. I need to, if I do grab a pencil. More passes sort of around like this. So the old Griffin borders kind of link most of the top northern region into their land and stuff, but it's all retreated back that far. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to delete that border now. Boop. The most dangerous things that might live in that area are geminols. If you're wanting to look at like a civilization, so to speak. But they're probably considered being a minor inconvenience at this moment in time. At least to you guys. And actually, yeah, you guys are doing research. You can also, because Wishful was doing most of the work in knowledge nature. The rest of you can also do a history roll. You can either try and help each other or each individually make the check. It's up to you.
I have a +2 in history at least.
Let's see. That would be background skill. Question is, does Bert have it? No, he does not. He can assist though.
So you can roll yours to assist Alex, and then Alex will make his check.
Yep.
Alright.
Yep, you help Alex.
Oh, wow.
So Alex will get a +2 bonus on his check.
And this will be blind?
Yep. You won't know how well you did. So if I give you something terribly wrong, you don't know it's terribly wrong. Though you're in probably one of the best libraries to be in. So does that include the +2?
It does not include the +2.
Cool, no, that's fine, because I need to factor in the library bonus. You can also add a surge if you want to from your mythic abilities.
I will add a surge to from my mythic abilities because I do not trust myself to know things. Well, at least that's a 1.
9.
Well, at least it's better than 0.
Alexander, it is a very simple. Oh, I see something that's evil. I smite. What is this thinking?
You do know there is an ancient white dragon that lives in the area as well.
Yeah. Okay.
She does have a name. While I find it. Alright. I'm going to type this out because it's a name and I'm terrible at pronouncing these.
Alright.
Later in the day, GM Milkthistle is going to cast Sending to his father in Clovenhain to send a message to him.
Yeah.
Actually, 2 messages, but I'll have those typed up when you're ready.
There you go. That is the name of the dragon.
Ronan?
name?
Ronan?
Yeah.
Lady of the Frozen Flame.
But yeah.
That almost sounds like a hint of winter. Wonder if they're related.
Being a dragon, probably not.
Nah, she's just the undercover aunt who watches everyone.
Actually, I have a lore question. Do dragons worship gods?
No, not normally. Some of them may even see themselves as gods, or maybe even better than them.
Yeah, you live for 1,000 years, then people are bound to look up to you at least.
Yeah.
I know there are like gods who are dragons.
There is only one that is was one of Princess Luminance's friends. I can't remember her name.
I think it was Emerald something.
Yeah, it might be Emerald something, but yeah, some dragons would, but not all of them. It's more the small dragons that can be found around. That what they're called. What are the small dragons called?
Uh, Luminance dragons, right?
Yeah, that's it. Luminance dragons. Yeah, they're the ones who are more likely to follow them as a deity than actual dragons. Or Drake hooves will also potentially follow her as a god as well.
Um, Speaking of dragons worshipping gods, I actually played a phone app game where you get to play the dragon and you can actually choose to be worshipped as a god. I did that and I pissed off the gods so much they sent down an angel and she instant killed my dragon.
Yeah, I mean most.
To put insult to injury, I got the achievement smited by divine.
Yeah, most gods. No, most dragons normally have like cobalt tribes potentially worship them and stuff like that. But not always. Sometimes it could be other creatures. But that is something that is in the area.
I did find this potion that might be worth looking at for people.
I believe we're not playing with the dead zone because I believe that is third party rules. But I'm now questioning it given that's from one of Paizo's adventures, so maybe it wasn't third party. I thought it was. Yeah, I feel like that they're yeah, I feel like they're more custom rules, so we won't worry about the death zone.
Okay.
Because I think you're already dealing with enough rather than going, oh, we've got to the point where we will just die if we go any higher, which is a bit silly. I mean, you definitely need help with oxygen, but you can still go higher. Humans can go higher, so because they can get up Everest, and that's like 29,000 something odd feet.
Yeah.
If only we had a human in the party.
Alright. Was there anything else?
Hmm. Do we know if there? No, we wouldn't know if there are any monsters hiding up there or not.
Yeah,
I can't.
you know it's a dangerous region for creatures, so there is potentially going to be creatures.
I can't really think of anything else then.
My speculation is, apart from the climate, the most dangerous thing we're going to have to face against are going to be angelic guardians who are going to challenge us as soon as we arrive, and potentially enemies of the Sun Queen who are trying to infiltrate the area, so we might have to fight both of them.
Yeah. All right.
When you're ready, GM, I have those messages I want to send to...
Yep, if you send them my way.
And this will be to Edelweiss. I'll go ahead and send the messages, and then I'll cast the spell.
Okay.
Did
you want to do it privately, or...?
Yeah, I tried to do that blind, but it didn't... I don't think it did.
No, you have to do the whisper. Do you want me to delete it?
No, it's fine. This is fine.
Okay.
I will whisper the next one, though. And that'll be the second message.
And just those were to your father, correct? Both.
Correct.
Yeah. Cool. Let's think how. Right. Whisper back. You've sent in whispers before, haven't you? Not whispers. Sending spells before, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Cool. I just want to make sure he would actually be aware what this was. Let me take that because I probably spelled something wrong. Yes, I have. That's the way I want. Now count my letters. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. No, no worries. That's the first one. Did I send that to you in common at least? Yes, I did. trying to how
Very good.
one, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There we go. Go. Yes, I did send it to you. Alrighty. What I would say, obviously, because Burnt, did you want to bring Thunderclap with you on your mountain climbing stuff, or is he going to stay here and help the Chaos Knight side of things grow a bit more in strength and influence?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep him here in Villa Town for that, because he doesn't have his armor yet, which I do have the skill to make. I just need the time and facilities to make it.
No, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. So he will obviously be doing stuff here to grow the Chaos Knights. So you will get benefits from him staying here. Instead of obviously the benefit of him joining you in battle.
Yeah. I mean, it's... Sorry.
No, carry on.
It's more beneficial that he stays here as well. Because he just went through an entire ordeal, and I don't want to put him in another entire ordeal so soon.
Yeah, you don't want to have to explain to his sister that, oh, he's been initiated, but we got him killed on a mountain somewhere.
Yeah, that'd be like, oh, he said you wanted to die, right? Because this is how you fucking die.
Yeah. Alright. No, that's fine. So he will need to be leveled up. Alright, so I think next session we will basically be kind of welcome back. We'll be starting with you guys heading out into the big world again, adventuring and traveling and getting lost in mountains and eaten by horrible monsters.
Alright.
Yes, time to get back in the grind.
Yeah.
So we should probably do our shopping now then, I guess.
Yeah, so what I was going to say... Oh.
Campaign.
Sorry, GM, go ahead.
Yeah, so what I was going to say is to give you time to sort of have a look through and see if you can find anything in regards to mountain climbing and stuff. Because obviously there's quite a lot of equipment in Pathfinder, so it'll give you a week to see if there's anything you want to purchase. I will indicate though that Villager Town is very much a city in the plains, so you're not going to find some more unique climbing equipment here. You may have to go to Yishang first, as that will potentially hold a lot more specialist climbing equipment. But things like a climbing kit is quite universal. You will find that here. But anything more specialised, you might have to go to Yishang first.
All right. I have some ideas. Can I just send them to you, and you can just tell me no, or?
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Sure.
There'd be a good portion of things normally okay. Like I said, but you might not be able to find them in the city.
Yeah.
If anyone comes across a spell they want to check to see if it will work for certain things as well, you can also let me know. Or send it to me and go, does this spell help stop X?
Can we use teleport to climb all the way up to the top?
You need to, with teleport, you have to know the destination. You have to have seen it for some degree. If you've not seen it, the answer is no.
Yeah, fair enough.
Not only that, we're not technically looking for a physical place. We're looking for a plane of the Sun Queen that is rumored to be around this area.
Sure.
Yeah, those are the two that I'm looking at right now.
But if we reach a field of sunflowers that doesn't belong at that high altitude, we probably reach the right spot.
Yep.
Yeah.
I need to sit down and I need to type out like Burns family details for you.
What I will indicate, if you can take 10 and beat the DC with all the pluses and stuff, then you won't have to roll for climbing checks. If you can't, then you'll have to roll, and if you fail, then obviously there's consequences from you failing the check. I have put together my own climbing rules in regards to this.
Is one of the consequences falling?
Yes.
And death?
Potentially, depending on what area you're in and the hazards in the area. So yes, you could fall off a complete sheer cliff and fall a few thousand feet.
Well, guess it's time to buy a cloak of spider, or whatever that thing is.
Alright, so climbing the mountain. There we go.
Yeah, I've kind of been paranoid with Alexandrite and the heights, so I've kind of pre-planned, like, what if I need to climb something and fall?
Yeah, so the lower land stuff, you'll probably find that a DC 10 check will probably cover up to about 5,000 feet. Then, unless you get a little bit lost or stuck, then you might have to overcome an obstacle, and that will increase a little bit. Between 6,000 to about 10,000, that can range anywhere between 15 to a DC 20 check. From 10,000 up to about 16,000, that will be a 15 to 25 check. And after about 16,000, it's a bit of a mystery, but you can guess it will probably be more closer to like the 25. So you want to sort of be looking at trying to be able to hit a DC 25 climb check if you needed to. I believe Wishful Pen will sit there and sweat a little because I'm pretty sure she's not very good at climbing.
Let me see what Burns climbing is. I think it's a +2. Yeah, it's a +6. Okay, so it's possible if I roll lucky enough.
Wishful Pen goes, I've got a -2. But yeah, so those are numbers to consider. When you are at certain altitudes and stuff, there are ways of trying to find an easier route. Finding an easier route takes longer, so it means you might have to put up with like high altitude sickness and stuff for longer if you try and find easier routes. And it also means that you may come across more dangerous hazards the longer you are trying to find an easy path.
Yeah, I have 0 ranks in climb and my strength is low, so climbing is going to be very difficult for Milk Thistle, but because I'm a Cloven, I have this ability called Mountain Who that don't take any penalties from altitude sickness.
Ah, well there you go. So you're all good. Immune to altitude sickness and keep your dex score to AC while making climb or acrobatics checks. So yeah, so when the altitude sickness kicks in, you will not have to make any checks. So that's a plus.
Hooray for goats. That's
wait, no, those are lambs.
And goats also bleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're more of a
or more screaming.
Say about my mother.
Yeah.
I raised them for years, so it's like, oh god.
But
I
yes,
adore goats.
I didn't raise goats, but we did have some goats on the property to try to eat the brush down. All they ended up doing was eating my mother's begonias and climbing on the cars.
Ah,
but yes, guys. So
I got.
go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, so those are numbers you want to consider trying to beat. So you want to find items that may help you get closer to those sort of higher numbers, and think about some of your less able-bodied party members like Wishful Pen, who might need assistance with things like climbing.
Did we get any experience?
Technically, Thunderclap did, which was enough for him to level up to level 8. Yeah, level 8.
Okay.
Yeah, it was his fight to get him bumped up to the next thing. So
Yeah.
and Burnt will be getting basically extra sort of bonusy stuff next time he returns in regards to the Chaos Knights as well.
Yeah. All right.
So I would say we will look at ending the session here. It gives you guys enough time to go off and have a think about things, because you guys will be dealing with a lot of natural hazards, like I said, like cliffs, chasms, avalanches, steep slopes, all those sort of wonderful things. So think about how you may get around those hazards, and also consider the fact that you don't normally find much in the way of food and water at past certain altitudes on really high mountains. So you might want to look at some basic survival stuff as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a cleric spell that produces a magical tint, kind of similar to what our wizard, I forgot his name, Nightshine.
Yeah.
Kind of similar to what Nightshine was using, but it's a spell that's basically a magically warm campfire that staves off the cold. I haven't found it yet, though.
Yeah, I know there are some, but I honestly can't remember what it is as well. I will look in the week anyway, because Wishful Pen will do her own research into what she can do, and we'll probably come up with some stuff. But yes, so everyone spend a bit of time looking into what they can get to help them climb. Obviously, you can look into getting options for other people as well. So, but do have a look. If you don't come up with anything, then, well, you don't take up anything extra. And we'll see how well you do. But everyone can at least purchase a climbing kit, which is something like 80 gold, and that gives you a +2 circumstance bonus to climb checks.
Good to go. And obviously, we should all make sure we have at least 50 feet of rope. That way, we can have lifelines and be each other together.
Yeah.
I think we've done that before with in the snowy area.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, we
That would be
tethered
extremely
together
useful.
so we wouldn't get lost.
Yeah, so you want to make sure that you probably have a little bit of spare rope just in case. I know Wishful Pen's got plenty of coins that she could look at getting some stuff for herself as well. So, but yeah, we will end session today because I have work tomorrow. So,
Fair enough.
and we will potentially at least start your journeying towards the mountainous regions, as you might end up in Yashang next session, at least to get some more specialist climbing equipment, and then potentially head into the mountainous regions. All right.
Well, as always, thank you for GMing for us. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
No
it
worries. Well, thank you thank you for taking part, and I hope you enjoyed that very close battle for Thunderclap's promotion.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Whew.
All right. Well, and for goodbye to those of you who joined us on stream. I know there was at least one person chatting today.
Have a great one.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. All right. Auf Wiedersehen.
Goodbye.
And